Hello, everyone. This is Nora Armani, founding artistic director of the Socially Relevant Film Festival. This is the second of our 10 Meet the Filmmakers live broadcasts. I am with you today live, but we don't have our filmmakers because unfortunately the 4 who were scheduled today are not available. And we are on such a tight schedule that I cannot shuffle around what is already scheduled. Filmmakers are busy. They have other commitments. So instead, we are going to have a chat, and I'm going to tell you about the various different programs that we have in the festival. We have a fantastic lineup for you this year with a total of 44 films, including narrative features, documentaries, shorts in the documentary short and narrative short categories, as well as a script writing competition and table reads of the 4 finalist scripts this year. So to start, we have a Black History Month program, which kind of happens about 3 weeks before the festival week opens. And that is our crown jewel in a way, because for the last few years, we have been doing this program, bringing films that celebrate the Black experience. And for that, we collaborate with the MRHS, which is the Morningside Health and Retirement Services. It's a NORC, one of the few remaining NORCs in New York. And a NORC is a naturally occurring retirement community, which helps the elderly adult population not to have to leave their environments, their homes, their apartments, and to check into a nursing home or a retirement home, but instead they bring help so that these adults and elderly adults can stay in their own environment. So we are very happy for this collaboration that has been going on for a few years now. And on next Monday, on February 23rd, we bring you 4 beautiful films that together complete the picture of the Black experience. We had a wonderful chat with the filmmakers of that selection yesterday, and that clip is already on our website and on our YouTube channel, as well as it was simultaneously broadcast on our Facebook page. So the festival starts on March 10 with a program of shorts on the theme of mental health. And we have one film as well that deals with ICE and what has been happening recently in the country. So because we feel it's kind of like a mental issue and it's not something we rejoice in. So these 4 films, of which unfortunately the directors are not available today, are also very interesting. They cover a wide array of different aspects of mental health. It will take place at MRHS in the community center, and it will be on March 10 at 6:30 p.m. So we expect to see you all there. And it's kind of like an evening for filmmakers, and the filmmakers will be able to mingle and network with each other on that day. We create all these networking opportunities because we believe that one of the merits of having an in-person film festival is for filmmakers to connect with each other and to network and bring about new projects. New collaborations are born out of these encounters. The next day, on March 11th, is our big opening night at Lenfest Center for the Arts at Uptown on 129th Street. And we are very happy to be able to do that this year at the Lenfest Center for the Arts. And it starts at 5:30 p.m. with a red carpet followed by 6 o'clock with a group of shorts, 3 short films, which are about the BIPOC themes. They talk about, respectively, about the Black experience, about Mexican immigrants in the United States, and about Native Americans. So this is really a very nice bouquet of BIPOC, Black, Indigenous, people of color films that launch our soft opening, followed immediately by another red carpet round and a introduction to our 13th edition, which will be the talk and welcome address and introducing the filmmakers who will be present to attend the festival. Some of them are coming to us from Spain, others from overseas, and some also overseas, and some are coming from different parts of the United States. So stay tuned for all of that, because it's going to be some exciting event. Immediately following the opening ceremony is the opening film, which is The Last Wish by Rax Rinikangas. Rax Rinikangas is a Finnish film director. This is his 9th feature film, and Rax was one of the filmmakers of the Socially Relevant Film Festival in 2022. He had brought a beautiful black and white film talking about the relationship between a mother and a daughter. And since then, our collaboration has developed, and now Rax is back with another film called The Last Wish, and it stars Eric Frances, who will be present from Spain to participate in a Q&A with myself at the end of the film. So this is our opening, Lenfest Center. On March 12th, we start at 2 p.m. with an online play reading, screenplay reading of the 4 finalist scripts, like 10 minutes each, or a selection of scenes. And then we have a discussion in the presence of the script writers, so that they have a chance to hear out loud their words spoken by actors. In the same evening at 6:30, we have another networking evening and a performance at Dear Mama, Uptown on 129th Street in Manhattan. On 13th, 14th, and 15th, it's the core of our film festival. And as like previous years, it takes place at Cinema Village. On Friday, we start at 1 p.m. With a program of shorts, followed by documentaries and narrative features. And then we pick up on Saturday at noon and continue all the way until midnight. So it's packed, jam-packed with shorts, documentaries, and narrative features, all brought to you with a group of selection committee and people who have a lot of interest in bringing you social issue-oriented films that deal with pressing issues of our times. That is the core of our festival. On Sunday, we start in the afternoon at 2 p.m. And again, we follow through with shorts, documentaries, and narrative features. And the crowning jewel of on Sunday the 15th is our awards night, which takes place at the Tenry Cultural Institute, a few blocks away from Cinema Village. So this sums up, in a way, the number of events that take place. But besides this, we have Meet the Filmmakers, which today is the second of Meet the Filmmakers. And unfortunately, you are not meeting a filmmaker, although I am a filmmaker myself. But today I'm talking to you as the founding artistic director of the Socially Relevant Film Festival to tell you about the various programs we have in store. This is the second of 10 broadcasts. The 10th is a very important one. It takes place on March 8th, and it is with all the women filmmakers of this year's program. Usually, our experience has been that we have a 50-50 women and men filmmakers. We don't go out choosing special women or directed films so that the 50-50 is respected. We just go for the best quality. And once we do the selection and finalize it, we notice that it's kind of equally represented. Unfortunately, that 50-50 percentage is not respected in the industry out there, especially in Hollywood. And we can see that women's presence is much, much lower in percentages than it shows in our festival. So all of these events and all of these registration links, as well as ticketing information, are all on our website. And I'm going to pass the banner for the festival website so that you can see and make a note of that. www.ratedsrfilms.org. And you can go there, check out the trailers of the different films that are in store under the different categories: documentary, narrative, feature, shorts, and see for yourself. Also, there is a dedicated page with the finalist scripts where there is a link you can register for the table reads. So this is basically what's happening this year. And a word about the Socially Relevant Film Festival. It is a festival focused solely on films that deal with pressing social issues of our times. This was something that I started 13 years ago, and we are celebrating the 13th edition of the festival this year in March. And the festival came to me as a reaction to the proliferation of violence on our screens. There's too much violence that goes on, too much explosions and guns and gratuitous violence, I should say, because if we're showing a film about the war or World War II or III or whatever, we have to show something of that violence to indicate what it is that we are talking about. My concern is the gratuitous use of violence as a marketing tool, as something that is supposed to entice audiences to come to these films. Whereas out there are so many human interest stories that deal with the everyday lives of people that we don't necessarily see or hear about in films, in big Hollywood productions, and that deserve to be told. And we salute all the filmmakers who go out of their way, spend their last pennies, and do not sacrifice, they sacrifice everything and put everything into their productions just because they believe that these social issue-oriented stories, socially relevant films, need to be brought to an audience. And personally, I have learned so much, and I'm sure the festival team can say the same thing. By watching all these documentaries and narrative features about these social issues, we have learned so much about everything that goes on in our world today and all these pressing issues. So we thank all the filmmakers and salute them and thank them for bringing us all these wonderful pieces. And what is a film festival without an audience? Nothing, because we don't organize this festival for our own pleasure. We want to share it with you all. So please take care, make sure that you come to the festival, and all the information is here. You may find the film information, the tickets, the schedule, and everything else that you need on the festival website. Thank you all very much, and I wish you all a wonderful day. And stay tuned. Come back on Saturday. We have another group of filmmakers, and hopefully these ones are available and will be joining us in our virtual studio. All right. Thank you for now. If you have questions, please put them in the comment section and we will come back and answer them for you as we see them. Okay. Bye.